Welcome back everyone. We're back in Mechanica and we're going to pick up right where we left off, but before we do, I did forget to mention something. When you're starting a new game, you click right here. This would say new game to begin with. You just click there and you can change it to whatever you want, because when you go to the load menu, that's what you'll see here. So we're going to go back to our game. Kind of pick up where we left off. I did do a little bit off camera, built up a second auto miner, got my plants going. I got second box here with the blueberries, got the wheat going. We did make some blueberry muffins, so those are good. And I wanted to show you one other thing that I wanted to mention last time but just forgot to. We picked up this pickaxe way at the very beginning. When you don't have like copper, you only have one auto miner when you start. Instead of picking it up and bringing it over here, you can just mine this and then pick up the ores. But again, your furnaces need 2 in order to craft an ingot. Now you see that one, I got the furnace off, and that was perfect timing. Just like that. So now it's not wasting fuel every time, while it's waiting for 2 ore to come out. I'm going to drop those in there, and anytime you want to drop something, you can drag it to the edge and drop it, or just mouse over and press E. We're going to turn that on, and then that way when the next one gets picked up and dropped in, it'll kick right back where it was. I'll show you guys this program real quick. I got this one on a switch instead of a button. A little bit more complicated, but not much. We still have here, when we turn it on, turn on the miner, turn on the light, set the brightness. All this is the same as the other one. And this is our loop for checking that we have fuel and batteries. But what's different is down here. I'm going to get out of this real quick and show you the back side. I got another light right here. What that light's for is, you'll see it never turns on. But that kind of works as a counter. Because what we're doing is every time our auto miner successfully mines, we're going to toggle that back light. But we're going to set the brightness to 0 so it doesn't interfere with this light. So once we do that, we're going to check, is that light already on? If the light is on, we're not going to do anything. If the light is off, what we're going to do is wait 1 second, then we're going to turn on the furnace, let it run for 1 second, and then turn it off. Now this here is just where we trigger when we turn off the switch. What all does it turn off, and it's everything. And I kind of show you here, if we set this brightness, we're going to set it to 50 real quick, and then we'll come out of here. We should see that turn on after this attempt, or after this ore extraction. There you go. So it's saying, hey, that was the first one. When it toggles it on, that's the first one it produces. And then when it produces the second ore, it'll turn it off. There's the other bot. These ones you want to get rid of as soon as possible. You are faster. They'll go and get all their buddies. But that right there is what we want, this small robot chassis. That'll get us some buddy bots. Sorry for the little distraction there, but you see that light going on and off. That's counting how many ores are being produced. So we'll go in here and set that back to 0. And it's, like I said, it's fairly simple yet complicated. You can do a whole lot more with these. We'll be getting into a lot better, bigger stuff, especially when we start programming the buddy bots to do things for us. But this episode, I wanted to show you that. Let's grab some of the materials we've produced. This episode we're going to be going out and exploring. There's a lot of free stuff out there we're going to grab, and we're just going to kind of hit all of the points of interest. So we need to eat some food. Now, blueberries give you food and a little bit of water. So we'll fill up, let it start healing us. So the first thing, we're pretty much ready to go. We don't need that in our inventory. I dumped some of this stuff off in this little container here. These white buildings, that's where the bots come from. So those, eventually we'll try and maybe putting a wall around it or something, just to keep them from attacking us. Or we might, over here, have a funnel or something for them all to pile into. But first little point of interest is going to be right back here. Of course, we need to look out for... We're going to leave the potatoes now that we're making blueberry muffins. I don't think there's anything behind here. All that's in here is this little picture frame. That is a really big banana he's eating. There's nothing back here yet as of this version. This is blocked off. It's future expansion of the game. Grab this wheat. You do have a stamina bar. You'll see it in the bottom right, but it refills pretty quickly. There's another one of these. Now, if you leave them alone, they'll just sit there and take pictures of you. It's funny. Uh-oh. Didn't get him in time. Here they come. He got his buddies. Ooh, a circuit board. So yeah, I kind of noticed their little saw blade there on the left side. If you come this way, yeah, he's gonna go get more. So we're not gonna fight anymore. Let's go grab these little resources here, components. And we'll let them kind of chase us around for a little bit. Not much back there. In fact, there's not anything back there. Next up, we're going to go to this little bridge right here. And over across to that church. Grab this weed on the way. Four of them that time. Oh, there's a couple more over there coming this way. Now, the one thing this game doesn't have is, like, I mean, obviously they're robots, but no matter how far away you run, they know exactly where you are and they will find you. Grab the batteries out of that thing. He's yellow, he's fine. Come up here. I don't need any of the wood. Don't need any of that. I'm going to grab the lamp. Let's see if we grab... Oh, I don't have that door, but there's a brake trap right here. Yeah, it's working. There's another one coming in the back, yep. Oh, come this way. Whoa, that was close. Alright. Thank you, buddy. We'll take you, and grab some of this stuff in here. Another floor lamp. Like I said, they're not the brightest things, but they are persistent. Very persistent. I think that's it for here. There was one other thing. Yeah, we'll go grab that. Over here there's some containers. Have some goodies in it. It looks like blueberries. We'll grab that. There's the containers. They were over here by the gas station. That's what when I said in the last video, you know, I missed, or I didn't go over there. That's where it was. Some wheat behind it too. More blueberries. And I do apologize, the sound on that last video, when I edited it to take out some of the keyboard clicks and background noise, it offset the sound just a little bit and it irritates me. But we found another storage box here with some batteries. Pick that up, and this is an auto crafter, and we'll grab that. These were EMP bombs. Another chair, we don't need that. There's nothing else here at these. We'll grab, got the wheat. Alright, next point of interest, is really nothing in between here and there, but there's some windmills over there, or wind turbines. I'm going to head over there, save a couple minutes on the video. I won't be walking, you know, just sitting here blabbering on and then running across the desert. So I'm going to cut real quick and see you over there. Alright, so we're coming up on the wind turbines. There's another robot base here, so this is another one of their spawn points. To date, I haven't found anything in the mix of all this. But there's this little container over here, and it's empty. Blueberry behind it, but there's nothing, like there's no panels on these, or it'd be nice to have like a big panel on these, like on the other little towers, to, you know, just have a few batteries in it, or maybe a circuit board or two. But over here is another little base, survivor base. Nothing in the back. There's another one of these towers. I'll grab these batteries. I don't think there's anything in here, just decorations. But over there, that's a very good point. That was one of our main points to head to, that and the lighthouse there. But you don't have to set up over in that corner like I did. A lot of players will fortify that gas station Some will build up at the lighthouse because you have just this one little entrance here. Makes it a little bit easier to defend. We're going to pick these up. This is a buddy bot. We're going to pick him up. What's in here? Oh, goodies. Pick that up. We'll need that. We're going to go ahead and just take the walls too. But you can set up anywhere. I highly recommend where you have at least water, iron, and copper relatively close, but copper's not, you only need it for the copper wire and a few ingots here and there. It's not that widely used like the iron is. But there's another base right there we need to go to, but we're going to head up to the lighthouse first. There is no fall damage as of this version. You'll see when we get to the top of the lighthouse. I'll just jump down instead of going down all the stairs. But I wanted to show you today all these free stuff you get, because if you don't have to craft it, so use those resources for something else. Before we climb, there's some stuff back here behind the rocks. And a good old Tesla coil. See, it's got a battery in it. So we'll grab that, grab the walls, grab the light, then keep the chairs. Grab this stuff. Now let's climb the stairs. If I remember, there's nothing at the top, but I believe the floor below that, there's something under the stairs. Nope, not under the stairs, it's a whole floor. So we'll grab that, we'll grab the cooking station and free oil. I'll take it. Now I've seen another guy, I'm going to give him a shout out, Vortec Vids. He learned how to put a base on top of the lighthouse. That was quite fun. Let's grab this wheat and then we're going to jump off and head to that little structure right there. There's also this down here, but we're going to hit that, come back over here, and then there's another base right in there. We're going to hit that one and then that'll take us right back to our base. And there's the third robot base. You know what, we'll hit that first. So I guess the theory on this is this used to be almost all ocean, which is why lighthouse, and of course the shipwreck, but the bridges across there kind of thinks that this used to be all ocean is kind of what the devs were going for. There's nothing up here yet. I think. No. Nothing yet, but I think that's coming because that looks like oh, sentry gun. Nice. Grab the batteries. Because those look like armor for windows, which you can craft. We go here to buildings, barricades, metal window cover. Whoops. Go ahead. So, see, it's got the X and everything, so that might be accessible one day. Got some circuit boards, some plastic. Those are very, very highly needed. Nothing there, nothing there. Let's check this one. Ooh, more oil. Yay. Nothing that way, nothing that way. Nothing back behind there. I'm just going to grab this wheat here. Throw in some, drink a bottle of water. Now one thing that is nice is you don't have to stop. You can keep walking with this open, so if you need to like sit here and craft some stuff, you can walk around. You just can't look around and pick stuff up. And another reason on why this was underwater is this looks like an underwater pipe. We're on this side now. Oh, there's one other thing here. More batteries. Nothing there. I don't think there's anything in here. Oh. Grab that. Another blueberry. And there's the ship. Another robot. But we wanted to go to that next, so we'll run over there. And we'll cut across the bridge, and there's nothing down there. Now another good place is there's a like a cliffside valley under there, and you keep walking through. A good place to set up a couple walls and have defenses on both sides. Keep the bots from getting to you. Let's grab that. Let's come in here first. This must be a radio station. Grab the door. Keep an eye out for sensors. Or trip wire, trip lasers. Copper wire, small screen. Oh, small screens, nice. Some lights. Those always come in handy. Yeah, well, we can. Not going to see it, but that's just a display. So yeah, it's not a big map yet. Like I said, they got that whole section over there they're planning. I say they, I think this is a one-person development team. I wanted to go over there, but I was going to show you guys coming across this bridge. There's nothing, at least last I checked, there's nothing really up here. But it'll give me a good view of that bridge and the little valley. So yeah, you got some resources down there in the middle. Build a wall on that side, build a wall on this side with defenses on the outside of it, and you've got a nice safe base because the robots do not jump down cliffs. Even if they do, you can set up a couple, sentries or something to, in case they happen to fall down. But what we're going to do is we're going to end up kind of barricading that whole corner, and then have a little pathway for all the bots to get to us, and it'll just be lined with sentry guns and turrets and. Or not turrets, Tesla coils. Okay, there's a tripwire with a laser sword. Man, that was... Ow. That hurts. Any lights? No. But that little tripwire has a... Or the laser tripwire has a good detection range on it. Alright, there's our base over there. There's that first bot factory. We came around here. We actually ran right past this one. Over there to the church, over to the wind turbines, over to the lighthouse, down to the shipwreck, over there to the radio station, and then back up here, and that's it for this map. Like I said, this is very early access. It was released on February 28th. Each day that goes by, I think one more bot is added to the number that attacks you. Either that or one each time one of the little sentries get away. Well, you can see from here everything's red. See there? Kind of looks like the lasers across the ground, but that's red light saying, hey, I'm either out of battery or out of fuel. Kind of a boring video, a little bit of programming, but it was mainly an exploration video, kind of show you everywhere and all this free stuff you get. You get one free buddy bot, Tesla coil, Sentry bot, several free artworks to hang up, rake trap. The cool thing about the buddy bots, let's come over here. We're going to grab one of those that goes down here, our buddy bot. And we're going to write a simple program real quick. We are at 27.5 minutes on this video, so we're going to try and make it in 2 minutes. Well, we're going to put that right there. We're going to set a buddy bot down and take our programmer. Oh, we don't even need to do that. We just need to say, we need not events, we need functions. We're going to say pickup item, nope, not from pickup point, from storage box. Place item in storage box. And then we're going to turn on. And we're going to put that on there too, just as a turn off. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell it when we turn on, go pick up an item from a storage box. When you're done, place it into another storage box, do it again. So we're going to pick up from this one over here. And we're going to come back, we're going to go back into there. You can see now it says storage box, so it remembers which one. We're going to set this one. We are going to there, set that. I come over here and you right click, say execute. So now that program's running, but you see he's flashing now. That means I'm out of power. Boop. And off he goes. So we have just programmed a buddy bot, and his sole purpose is to get our iron from there, or our steel ingots. Sorry, it is iron, it turns into steel. Grab some water, we're going to need that. So he grabs one steel ingot, and he'll go over and set it in there. And he will constantly do that. So later on, once we start getting into automated factory, we can do, we can say, hey, grab two ingots, one at a time, take them over to an auto crafter, craft an empty barrel. We can have another bot pick up empty barrel, take it to our, we haven't crafted it yet, but there is a pump jack or a derrick, whatever you want to call it, or a donkey. That's technically a donkey, but you drop the empty barrel there and it'll produce 1 oil, and you can pick up the 1 oil and have it delivered into a storage container or into another auto crafter. Whatever you want to do. I mean, the possibilities are endless with what you can do with the buddy bots. So we have no power. Throw that in. We're good. Come over here. We got a lot of batteries now. 39 of them. But still, I don't want to waste all of them. Throw that in there. And we'll just turn you on, because the light's already on. I'll end up reprogramming this one with the switch to work like that one does. And then one other thing, you want to throw another battery in there. We're going to get a second one of these going real quick, just to get, now that was the right one, because one has a hard time keeping up. We need 2 screws. Components, 2 screws. Yeah, and a water pump. Go to the inventory, drop it down in our toolbar right there. No, I don't know. Yeah, I just do that. Throw a couple in it, turn it on. What we're going to end up doing is setting up conveyors. Is that in here too? Yeah, conveyor belts. So we can have a right turn conveyor belt coming out of this one, a left turn coming out of this one, and they both drop the water bottles into one storage container. Then we can get a buddy bot to bring them over here and drop them off for food. What is wrong with you now? You have fuel, you have power. Why are you red? I probably glitched. Yeah, this thing needs... Okay. Yeah, I see. It's a programmer's error. Programming error. Because when it hits red, you know, when it says, hey, something's out, it turns everything off. But it doesn't keep checking. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit that run. Tell it to start checking again. Let's run over here. Show you guys. So we're going to save it right there. We're going to call it a video, because when we come back, we're going to set up some defenses and kind of play with them and show you how those work. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time when we start fighting bots. Thanks, everyone.